Welcome into high school headquarters on RepublicanEagle.com. I'm Ryan Nielsen. This is Eric Lear. We're going to be talking now kind of about the playoffs, which are right on the horizon. We're on Wednesday here. Going to be the final game of the regular season for Minnesota teams today, and then tomorrow Wisconsin will wrap things up.
Yeah, and it seems like things just got started here in the football season, but we're already wrapping things up. And if you guys have any questions for us, I know it's getting late in the season, playoff time, you want to know who's going to play who, different matchups, you would just want any questions answered, feel free to give us a shout. Our email is sports@republican-eagle.com. We're also available on Twitter. If you go to the homepage and then click on the sports page, you can kind of see a little Twitter box, and you can get both of our handles there and kind of see what we're up to and what games we're at and our tweets.
Well, Eric, you were at two football games last week, Plum City on Thursday, Cannon Falls on Friday. We've both been impressed, to say the least, by Alex Gillis's stats. I think his quarterback rating by the NFL standard is 150.3 or something just ridiculous like that. Did what you saw in person, did that kind of match your expectations based on those stats?
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times now, and granted, the first couple quarters we are shooting, images, taking pictures, so it's not as easy to kind of to fully grasp what's going on in the game. But yeah, he's good. He makes really good decisions, and I think that's the biggest thing. They're not going to drop back and throw it 40 times a game. If I believe this number is correct, he was 7 for 7 last week. I know they threw 8 passes. They had the backups in because it was a blowout. But 7 for 7, he makes really good decisions. He's thrown 17 touchdown passes against 1 interception on the year, which I don't care how many times you throw the football. Those are really, really good numbers.
Well, and the other thing that I'm in talking with Coach Ingley just on the phone after games, one of the things he said is that they're not just running one offense. One week it might be a little bit of option, another week they might spread it out. So he's having to learn and work with multiple systems. I think that's pretty impressive too.
Well, and that's what you get when you have a kid like that. He can drop back and pass. He could run the option. He could run a straight wing T. I mean, he has the ability of really several different quarterbacks, not just one type. Now, he's not a pocket passer. He's not a runner. He can really do a lot of different things out there.
Okay. Well, on Friday night, I was at the Red Wing game against Shakopee. Shakopee kind of had its way with Red Wing, but the one positive or the one thing that Red Wing could hang their hat on after that game was the play of their cornerbacks. Tom Rother and Alex Quitting, especially Quitting, had played really, really good. Shakopee, as I wrote in the story after the game, has a lot of studs, as Matt Schultz would say. But their big player, number 3, who was Carol Levin's pick for the Metro Area Athlete of the week before, really didn't do anything against Red Wing, and Alex Quitting was the key to that. He was a blanket cover, made some nice open field tackles. I was talking with Matt Schultz on Monday, and I think his comment was he could send that game film out to any college and get some looks. I mean, Quitting just had a really, really solid game playing cornerback, and we know him as a wide receiver, but he's one of those guys who plays both ways and really showed what he can do as a shutdown cornerback.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was just going to bring up is, is he another one of those guys that is really a versatile guy that Red Wing can count on to do, more than just one type of thing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the start of the year, he was pretty much their offense. I mean, it was Joel Newman to Alex Quitting, and now Joel started to spread the ball out a little more, and Struess is getting involved, Matt Pedersen is getting involved, but now that Alex isn't as vital or the one that they're always looking to on offense, he's still making a big impact, and you're seeing that now on the defensive side. Another big impact player that you saw was Dimitri Groet out at Cannon Falls. What were your impressions, or what did you take from that game?
No, we used the term you said already, stud. I mean, the dude he was doing everything out there, and I've mentioned before, kind of, I always try and think of what I'm going to write, for print throughout the entire game, and even before Groet caught a 78-yard, pretty much a game-changing, game-sealing touchdown, I was really impressed with what he was doing. He had a big pickoff on a 4th down. He caught it, inside the 20, and that was a huge play. Got the ball back. There was a muffed punt by the Crescent, and Groetz was flying down the field and scooped it up inside the 10-yard line. And like I mentioned, the 78-yard touchdown was huge. He was wide open, and he took off after he caught the ball. I mean, nobody was even close to catching him. But I think one of the bigger things with him not even necessarily the big scores or the fumble recovery or the interception, is every time he got the ball, whether it was a kickoff or a punt return, you just felt like he was going to get a really good return, and he was going to get across the 50. He was going to get some great field position for Cannon Falls.
Well, I covered him at the state track meet. He was part of Cannon Falls' relay team that went to state. Is it just his speed that sets him apart? Is he shifty? What do you see?
He's got both. I mean, he really does. He's got the breakaway speed that you need to be a good kick returner, but also he's making moves. His head is on a swivel. He's looking for lanes. He's looking for a gap. I mean, he's really got kind of both aspects that you would like out of a kick returner.
Okay. Well, this week the plan is for you to be covering the Goodhue game tonight, and then tomorrow in Ellsworth to watch the Panthers wrap up their regular season. Tonight, Wednesday, I'll be at the HVL cross-country meet in Zumbrota. As Eric said, if you have any questions about those events, don't hesitate to contact us via email or Twitter. We're going to close things up tonight with kind of a look at James or Jimmy Chalmers. He's kind of the water boy, and I think that much more than that as well, as you'll find out from this segment. Somebody that the players respect and look up to, and somebody that has a good time as well with the players. So we'll wrap things up with that today.
Let's go, Joe. You go through so much through your high school years, and so much stress is on you as a player and a student. I'd like to be there to tell them about the power and spirit inside of them.
Guys,
read. Hey, bud.
Everyone has a lot of respect for Jimmy. I've always had a ton of respect for him. He's stuck with Red Wing forever. He comes to our team meals, he gives us speeches before the games, and everything he does, it inspires us, you know? And that's what he's trying to do every game, trying to get us fired up, and people really respect that.
One memory that stands out amongst many is Cole Gunnetz. He used to be a punter, and one time he came to me during the game, said, "Jimmy, I'm having trouble, help me." So we stepped off to the side. I told him, visualize the worst kick ever, get rid of that, and visualize the best kick ever. And from that point on, he went on to be a outstanding kicker and an outstanding person in life. Let's go, guys, come on, let's go, guys, fire up.
1 week it was penalty stuff, you got to keep your cool and don't lose the game yourselves, So he's right on what he wants to get out there, and I mean the guys know what's coming and they know what to expect, and it's good. It's a good thing.
Yes, whoa, this side, get him, yeah, that's it, yeah.
He's fired up as anyone on the sidelines, and you've seen him, he's telling people, come on, fire up, they need our help out there, we need to get loud for him, and it's a great help having Jimmy there.